Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I have here Agavoides and I thought we can do an arrangement today. So come with me, let's pot these Agavoides. So before we start repotting and doing the arrangements, it is important that we have to prepare our succulent soil mix because we are planning to make this as a display set. We want to make the soil more suitable for these plants, which means it has to be fast draining, and that means we need to put more grit to it and more porous materials in it. Here in our garden we use our normal soil mix, which is composed of potting mix, some coco coir, sand and perlite. So we have to customize this to make sure that they last longer in this pot that I have here. So in order for us to create that customized soil for display set, this is from experience guys, so my ratio is 50% of our normal soil mix and a mix of these. As you can see, I have 3 pots here of different materials. So I have a coarse sand and I have some river pebbles here. And this, guys, if you notice, it is a broken terracotta. Now I haven't seen any enthusiasts or growers using these, so I thought why not use it, because again these are porous and we pot succulents in here, so why not use them as well. I have heaps of these, they have cracks, so we can't use them. So instead of throwing them, I crush them into these small pieces about a centimeter. So my composition, guys, again is 50% of our base our base soil. Then I have 2 parts of these river pebbles, or 20%, and another 20% of terracotta, and 10% of course sand. So guys, let's mix. So here we have it, guys. 50% base soil mix, 20% river pebbles, 20% of our terracotta, and 10% of coarse sand. So now, guys, we have the mixture now of our succulent soil mix for this arrangement. Again, I told you that this is the first time I'm using a cracked terracotta pots. Usually when I look at videos, they're using crushed granites, but I don't have that, so I'm now experimenting using terracotta pots. So guys, please leave a comment if you think this is bizarre or if you have any experience about terracotta pots. Again, this, if you look at it, there's not a lot of organic materials already, but then again, because these Agavoides are all established and they will be sitting in this pot for so long as a display set, then that means we have to really make sure that it kind of adapts to their habitat, which is dry and draining soil, which pretty much needs to be watered only when needed. And we have to make sure that when you put your water in, it just flows out of the pot. So now I thought maybe if it's best if I can do a little experiment, guys. Let's see and compare if my soil mix is really indeed fast draining compared to our regular soil mix. So guys, as an experiment, I have here 2 samples of the soil. Here is the base soil mix, and this is our customized soil mix with all the ingredients like the terracotta pot, river pebbles, and coarse sand. So now we'll have an experiment. You'll see another set of hands. That's Leslie. She'll pour the water and we'll find out what drains first. So if you notice, guys, the water starts to drain fast while the base mix just started draining, because it kind of finds its way to the cracks and crevices of the soil mix. So there you go. So if you notice, guys, our soil mix is still drains water, but then again there's a lot of organic materials in here. So once they decompose in the next few months or even a year, then they tend to become like a normal soil where it is muddy and it doesn't really drain. So it will hold much water as it ages, compared to this one, which has limited amounts of organic materials, and it has only those non-organic. So guys, let's start repotting and arranging our Echeveria Agavoides with this soil mix. So guys, our Agavoides here, unfortunately we don't know their names except for one which is this one. This is Echeveria Agavoides Blood Maria. This is a cutting from our original mama plant. Or not actually, yes, it is a cutting. This is a cutting, and the rest are just unknown Agavoides. Again, guys, these are called Agavoides because they resemble like agaves with their pointed leaves. This is their characteristic of Agavoides, pointed leaves. So I would like to start with the biggest one, which is this. So as usual, guys, when we do our repotting, we try to clean the base, or I mean the plant, like, you know, dried leaves at the base. Then we try to tease the soil, not really destroying or disturbing the roots fully. Trying to make it loose. And I'll want to put it in the middle of the arrangement, just like this. There you go. So if you notice, guys, this is our soil mix, which is pretty much the base soil mix, and it is just very mushy, or it's like muddy already. I think this is a year old potting mix. So I'll just clean up those dried leaves here, remove it. This one is slightly narrower leaves, and it's more of compact, and it's just like the rosette is compact and the leaves are not really flat, it's just all pointing up. Remove all the weeds. We don't want that in our arrangement. This Agavoides is also even older. Maybe this is 2 years old already. So you can see it's root bound. I just have to loosen up that root ball a bit so they get the chance to kind of spread the roots throughout the mix. This is also a very old Agavoides in our garden. Look at the root ball. If you notice, guys, this one is kind of different because the color is turning yellow. It's not dying, but I think that's just really the color of this variety. This is our final Agavoides, the Blood Maria. It also developed the root ball. Again, guys, if you notice, it's super wet, and this is growing from our base succulent soil mix. So guys, I'm back. Now it's really getting dark now. If you notice, my background is dark because it's nighttime. Here is our finished product. This is our Agavoides collection or Agavoides arrangement. So I have here a total of 6 or 7 7 Agavoides in here. I like it tight, just so they don't really grow quick, and they keep the rosette tight. Again, that's just my preference, and obviously at some stage in their growth they will bear some babies, so for sure there'll be, you know, little Agavoides coming out of those areas. Again, if that's the case, you know, it's probably time to repot them or reset. Since these are all you know, guys, repotted, I will not be putting this directly back into the garden. We don't want it to be exposed to, because now it's still raining. We have a rainy weeks ahead in Melbourne, so I will not be putting this back in the garden just because of those disturbed roots, and we don't want that to, you know, potentially cause some root rot. I will be putting this in one of our greenhouse for another let's say 2-3 weeks, and then after that I will slowly put them back in the garden to be fully exposed. Again, we are now heading to spring, so Agavoides would survive that temperature already. So I will not be watering this arrangement, guys, for the next month maybe, just because it is still very cold here in Melbourne, so they won't really need a lot of water. For watering with Agavoides, again, because they have tight rosettes, we don't want water to really stay in those rosettes, because that would mean a potential rot on the leaves. So I usually water them with this type of, for this setup, this type of watering can. This is a display set, so we don't really want to put too much disturbance on it. Like when I water the garden, usually I just use the spray or the hose, so I'll be using this watering can instead. So this, guys, is one of our products in Succulent Social Australia. So this is customizable. It comes with this customized printing here, and you can also put your name at the back. Very good as a gift. So I'm plugging one of our products. So if you want one, there's pink and there's beige, and you can buy them at succulentsocial.com.au. So for watering, guys, I will be pointing this to the base here on where the gaps are, and probably in this side as well, as long as they are not in the so I'm just trying to water them, guys, to give you that demonstration, but I will not be fully watering this. But yeah, so I'll be watering them in those gaps. So easy on the water for this Agavoides, but then again, we have a very good, well draining soil. I will not be very afraid of overwatering these plants. So here it is, guys, our Agavoides display set. So guys, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments box. We're happy to hear from you, and if you have any suggestions of like video contents in the future, please let us know, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye. It's purpose, for your purpose. Before we start repotting,